Gemini makes me feel alive. Wake me up, shake me up. They say all that you do is lie. There's a side of you pulls me into you. Got that way of showing me that you're bad news. Oh, Gemini makes me feel alive. Wake me up, shake me up. They say all that you do is lie.
It's lunchtime and the Brooklyn Cafe is open for business. Live from the Amp Media Studios, Dawn and Freddie S. and their team are ready to serve up a huge portion of fun for lunch with friends and neighbors. So let's break open that lunch pail and unwrap that sandwich you brought and take a front row seat in the Brooklyn Cafe and get ready to enjoy some humor and hot topics. It's time to get a healthy serving of hope and happiness to help your day go by with a smile. Your hosts, Dawn and Freddie S., are ready to talk about food, health, dating, or just plain dream making. If you have a story to share, movie review, restaurant critique, or just a coincidental thing that happened to you, call in toll free 888-994-4995, Studio A right now. Sit back and enjoy your lunch break at the Brooklyn Cafe. Here are your hosts, Dawn and Freddie S.
And welcome to the Brooklyn Cafe. I got to save this off the cake.
That's all you got of the cake left.
Yes. Can you see that?
Yep. 5-year anniversary.
And we're celebrating the anniversary week.
Teddy, can you fix this camera, please? I cut off Freddie's hat when I adjusted.
I could tell.
I forget how tall you are.
I could tell you messed it up. I didn't say nothing. I didn't even look that way.
I adjusted it. We're just missing your hat a little bit.
That's all right.
I forget how tall you are.
I'm sitting, Dawn. It doesn't matter how tall I am.
Yeah, but when I'm sitting, you know, it's his body, it's the waist height.
Dawn,
So thank
you're
you.
short. It doesn't matter how tall you are.
Yeah, I know that too. Happy Tuesday to you. It's like a Tackle Me Tuesday.
Happy Tuesday as well. Did you see the beautiful car we got?
I did. We're going to be meeting with her tomorrow, right?
Yes.
Our
And
Survivor
Which
story.
one is she?
In the white dress.
I thought so. And we have the $1 Million Realtors coming to house. You got some stuff to be doing, so thank you very much and welcome to that. Also, we open up the show today with Gemini.
How do you like that?
Kendra, do you know that Kendra's song, the one we play every morning on the morning show, and if you are not seeing the morning show, Facebook has changed everything.
Again, yeah.
You have to re-like the page. Now, how can I get people who aren't getting notified to re-like something?
Do you know I don't even think I get notified?
I don't get notified. It's my page.
So which we got to figure that out.
You got to go physically and do it.
And like all the pages.
It's like if you share out too much and they don't like you on your own page, they put you in jail.
Yeah, you got a whole new platform last night.
I have. You saw that?
I saw it this morning, yes.
You saw the delivery has changed. Everything has changed. So they sent me a
Bless you.
message if Gemini's song was open territory. Since we have agreement with Gemini, with what's
Kendra Erica?
Kendra, 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 listed by YouTube as one. She has like 1 million over.
I heard she's
A
got
million
500,000 hits on
No,
that.
it's more now.
Nice.
So Kendra is growing right before us.
We had a great interview yesterday that aired on WWNN with Joe Corso, and I actually gave a copy of the book to my mom. She's really looking forward to meeting Joe. He lives right near her somewhere, so I have
Is
to.
she gonna read it?
She's gonna read it.
Are you sure?
Maybe she's in it. You know that he said he did not change the names to protect
Jay's,
the guilty.
Jay's in it.
So I'm wondering, maybe my mom in Queens and the whole situation is in it. She could be. She could be in it. You never know. But her name would not have been changed, as his disclaimer says in the back. So you never know what's going to happen with that one. But that was a great interview, from the page to the stage. That was brought to you by JM Productions, and they air every other Monday night on WWNN. And they've
6
got
o'clock.
another one airing in a couple of weeks with
2 weeks.
Clarence.
And last night we had opening shows by Slick.
Nope, Taylor.
Slick did
Oh, you
one.
did Slick too.
Taylor did another one.
And Val.
And Slick did another one.
Sinatra, Slick Sinatra.
Slick was on
Did you
twice.
hear the voices coming in the back?
And Taylor was one. Now let me ask you, did Cracker Barrel do one?
With Teddy, yep.
When did you do it? I didn't get
Yesterday.
it. I didn't get it.
No, then we need to send it over to you.
So why don't we use that one for the 7 o'clock today?
Teddy.
And put Slicks on Thursday.
I'm just making sure you hear us.
Was it done or did you hide it?
They did it.
So where is it?
It's on the encoder.
Okay, well, I need it. And it's
send
funny
it to you.
because Teddy buries all pictures that I take of her. So I found a different way of doing it. She will never know.
Danielle said she sent you all the pictures from yesterday's
She sent
show.
it to Jay. Did you get all the pictures?
Yes.
All of them.
I haven't got from her all of them yet.
She sent you all of them.
She sent them? She said she has sent them?
Now, you know,
Okay.
I didn't want to tell you anything, my friend, but somebody, either you or your wife or both, got hacked on Facebook. Did you
She
know
did.
that? She did.
Yeah.
Did you know you got hacked too?
No, I didn't know I did.
You were talking to me at 1 o'clock in the morning.
I was talking to you at 1 o'clock in the
I
morning. I
said,
don't
this
think
has
so.
got to be a hack job. So it's true. So you may want to change your password.
Okay, this is on Facebook or?
Yes, Facebook.
Facebook. There's something
It's
else.
craziness. But Danielle said she sent you all the pictures from yesterday. So if you have not gotten them, Jay will
She did
forward
not
them
send
to
them
you.
to
Okay,
me.
I'll have
She
to
just
look.
texted me.
Well, I guess she did.
We'll check it out and see. But we've had a great show lined up today. We had our Tuesday morning in the Aurora room. Jay, did you see we've got a whole new camera set up in there now?
Yes, wonderful.
Changing that up a little bit, and because it is Prime Day and all of the great stores are matching with great deals through today, we're going to have some new equipment coming into studio. I kind of like it. 5 years, just think, we started up there 5 years, well, not up there, but with that banner 5 years ago.
We were in the rafters.
We were hanging from the ceiling 5 years ago.
You're funny. You know, it's amazing. I'm doing proposals, and I'm watching Dawn and my son and Teddy and whoever else is around getting the new equipment. And guess what she orders before she orders anything else?
Fact.
Mascara.
Of course.
You know, she has 2,757 mascaras. They are listed in alphabetical order by year of date.
Yeah.
Because every day she throws one out because it's the
It's
expiration
old,
date.
yes.
Yeah. So
Expired,
she
okay.
bought today's.
Yes, I've got a list of camera, battery chargers, headphone splitters, all to go in the cart today for Amazon Prime Day. And what was number one on my list? Mascara. That's in the cart too. That'll be coming up Friday with the new headphones.
I'm very, very
Just so
impressed.
you
Well,
know.
priorities, right?
It's a consumable, is what I've decided.
It's a consumable.
consumable.
Hattie, don't you agree makeup is like a
Absolutely,
consumable?
yes,
Goes right
of
along with
course.
food. It's a necessity.
For women,
Yes.
not men.
Well, you could. You might make those eyelashes lovely.
Are you kidding? They make noise when they open and close now. Get out of here.
But I'm kind of glad we've got a new friend joining us today. It's kind of really poignant because it is our 5-year anniversary to see where we were, where we came from, where we are now, and where we are going into the future. Going to do a whole set on
I'm going to follow
numerology,
you because after hearing that, I need an aspirin.
numerology, cryptocurrency, astrology. You know when you were born, you know your day, your time, all of that.
You don't.
I don't, but you do.
She doesn't know what day she was born. She doesn't have a birth certificate.
Not the day?
I
Not
know
the
that-
year, not the date, not the minute,
I
not
know
the
what
parents,
my parents
none of
chose
it.
to tell me.
And
Time
Dad
is
is
the one
listening
that
to it.
people usually don't have.
I think I'm pretty close on time. I think I'm pretty good. We're going to run that over. She's
Okay,
got a whole
where
pad of
is
paper.
your birth certificate?
Yeah, that's missing.
Okay, so And your
We're gonna-
father,
we're
your
gonna
father
go
was
with
a
what we
baby
got.
doctor.
Yeah. My parents, I just want you to know, on Friday, my parents will be married 55 years. June 25th.
Oh,
Amazing.
Let's do the math. My birthday, June 25th, 1966. All right, I was born, theoretically, March 24th, 1967. So in all those that go through gestation, I am a day short of exactly 9 months anniversary. So there you have it.
Or
Hence, Hattie, we're not really exactly sure of my date of birth, but that's what we're going with, March 24th, 1967.
Or it could be March 24th, 1966.
Yes, it
Or
could be.
65. Or 64. And with this one, you don't know because she looks like she's 30 anyway. So it could be 62.
And if you talk to Faith, I'm going to age backwards, so
And Faith says you're going backwards.
that'll be 30.
That's another world. I mean,
So I can check something. If I add up 4, 24, and 1967, it adds up to 51. And 51 in a deck of tarot cards is the King of Swords. And the King of Swords sits in his throne with his sword out in front of him and goes, whap, this is what I think. And are you very direct with people?
no.
No.
We got the wrong date.
Wait, March 24th, 324.
3? Okay, right.
That's what I thought because
Yes, right, pardon me. So we go back one. So you're a 55, so family is very important to you?
Yes.
Family, you're a 5. 5s have to figure everything out for themselves.
Oh, yes. Oh, yeah, now you got it.
Hence
Yeah.
the mascara and then the camera.
You
yes.
have hit that bad boy.
And you see how when I was one off, but as I told you, I had a sad event happen today, so I'm sorry for my,
But I
my
am
time.
pretty direct, and I really try before I say something to not be so direct because my delivery isn't always as soft as yours might be.
but your spouse is over there shaking his head, but when we said family is really important, he was.
You know, the delusion of the mind is what makes life
you think
wonderful.
my delivery is soft?
Yes.
Really? Fluffy and angel-like?
Yes.
Interesting.
And I hate saying this because now it's going to put her on the defensive and everything for the rest of the day will be but that isn't her. Never been, never will be.
Yep, well, if the number's not right, it's not right. That's-
And the funny thing is about figuring it out, yes. Dawn needs to figure out everything. She wants to know why water is wet. And H2O does not equate. She wants to know why an H, why a 2, and why an O.
Which is why the Y sits on our set usually.
Typically, I ask number 5s if your mother used to say to you, why do you do things the hard way?
Actually, my mother used to say that to my sister all the time. So if you're watching, she would always say to my sister, why do you have to challenge everything? My sister is an attorney now, but she will challenge life. When she would get grounded, my sister, and sent to her room, she would put a carpet outside the door and said, theoretically, it sounds like Geo, this is part of my room. She said, because the carpet matches. So again, my mother would say to her, why do you have to challenge everything? Why do you have to do everything the hard way? Yes, my mother used to say that to my sister all the time.
All the time.
Yep.
And your sister's birthday?
April 28th, 1970.
That's her name is April.
I know, it's kind of crazy,
How come
right?
they didn't call you March?
Well, both of you are 5s. You're a 50, you're a 55, and your sister is a 41-5 because in numerology you add numbers together. So both of you are 5s.
Very interesting.
But is she the 5 with the sword thing?
No, that was a 6.
Oh.
That was when I was making the mistake. So
Well, what are you?
I mean, you
what's
would
your
think
birth-
that I would know that
let's give him
March
your-
is the third month.
Mine's is March 19, 1962.
So say again, March
March 19th,
19,
1962. So that's 3/19.
52, did you say?
62.
62. I'm sorry, I'm making you,
That's okay. Everybody does.
so.
Only Cracker Barrel does.
No, Bianca does.
No, you're a 4. 4s are like things to be orderly and logical and go step by step. And you're a 44, 404. And 44s are people that when things go crazy, you get calm and everybody counts on you to be the calm person.
That is true, actually.
in craziness.
I'm
things-
a 404. In computer language, that's error.
What?
You've seen it.
True.
It's true.
Error 404. This page cannot be located. Please try again and
It's a
connect your
404.
internet server. 100%.
So I want to tell you one nice thing that both of you being a 50, it's the number with a 0 behind it. You're a 44 with a 0 behind it. 0 is like a blessing number, so you've got a couple who are blessed.
We got a couple blessings coming our way. Amen. All right, let's take a
To the
commercial
mascara.
break. We're going to put to the mascara, guys. Let's put up the phone number. We want you all to call in. We've got Hattie Parker joining us. Cryptocurrency, numerology, astrology. It's all in the numbers, and right now everyone's looking to hold on to something. And this is even bigger than faith. This is in the numbers. So stay tuned. Give us a call, 888-994-4995, Studio A. Say hi to Slick, and we'll be right back.
Do you need a strong cup of coffee to get you through your day? Try your very own Brooklyn Cafe Show coffee, the official coffee of the Brooklyn Cafe Show. You can pick up a bag from us, or two. Contact us at 866-224-5422, or just stop on by. We're at 2400 Northwest Boca Raton Boulevard, Suite 13. Come on in, grab a bag of our signature Brooklyn Cafe coffee. The cafe doors are always open.
Dr. Laura Ellick, a licensed psychologist practicing in both Florida and New York with over 20 years of experience, addresses the negative thoughts that are keeping you stuck in your lifestyle patterns. Dr. Ellick works with children, teens, and adults, from anxiety and depression to eating disorders, addiction recovery, and medical issues. Making a deep interpersonal connection is a magical part of the therapeutic relationship. Contact Dr. Laura at 516-635-6186 or at Laura Ellick, ELLICK.com for a personalized consultation. It's time to remove the blocks that are preventing you from achieving your dreams. Call Dr. Laura Ellick at 516-635-6186 or at LAURAELLICK.com.
Barbara Silver has inspired women worldwide for over 30 years with her artistic talents. With a combination of texture, color blocking, and sculpture, this creator of many beauty bestsellers has taken the world by storm with her passion for design and color. Barbara's eclectic style encompasses it all. Bold and brazen, subtle and calming. She is the most well known for her unconventional tools and techniques, including spinning, scraping, and sandpapering. Her textured surfaces and playful resin sculptures can be found in many tasteful private homes in Florida, Connecticut, and New York. Her miraculous compositions are exhibited at the Heart of Delray Gallery, as well as Boca Raton's The Gallery Lounge. For more information, Barbara Silver can be reached at 917-757-0447 or emailed at barbarasilvergallery@gmail.com.
When your property suffers from water, mold, fire, or biohazard, you need a professional remediation company that is fully licensed, bonded, and insured. Rescue Clean 911 offer 24/7 emergency service with 1-hour response times now in your area. Water, mold, fire, biohazard. Call now, 1-833-253-2699.
Handling the hard jobs with a soft touch.
Welcome to your vacation staycation. And what better way to kick back than to blend up a sweet pina colada, a smooth mojito, or just a nice stiff rum and coke. If you want true relaxation and enjoyment, then you want Gubba Rum. Gubba Rum is a unique rum infusion. Gubba Silver Rum is infused with real shredded coconut, and Gubba Rum Gold is infused with real shredded vanilla bean. Both are made with certified organic ingredients. Each infused Gubba Rum is 35% ABV, 70 proof, and as we say in Boston, wicked smooth. So if you're looking for the best combination of taste, smoothness, quality, and price, your clear choice is Gubba Rum. If you want that wicked smooth taste for yourself or your vacation, staycation, visit GubbaRum.com to find your closest liquor store that carries Gubba Rum Gold and Gubba Rum Silver. Gubba Rum, it's wicked smooth.
You've been watching the Brooklyn Cafe Show. Join us each day and after hours as we talk about the hot topics to open the conversations and share a few laughs. Now, back to Dawn and Freddie S.
Behind the scenes. First of all, we got big news. It is Brooklyn Cafe and AM Studios' 5th anniversary. Can I get a woot woot? Yeah. So today, we don't got too much going on. People doing their own things. We've got Val working on her thing. I think she's doing commercials or something. We've got Slick Speaks in this Studio A, the Aurora room. We have the man, the myth, the legend, Mr. Freddie S. drinking his daily cup of coffee. Poor guy's going through it. He had surgery done this morning. So wish him a speedy recovery. No heavy lifting, all right, buddy? And before I forget, today at 12 o'clock on the afternoon show, we have Hattie Parker of Cosmic Crypto Mojo. Tune in for that. I don't know what that means. I don't think you do either. Tune in. We'll both find out together. How about that? All right? 12 o'clock. See you there.
That man, he just
Bat
cracks
cave.
me up.
I know.
Crookedness. The Batcave. Remember Batman and Robin when they used to be in the Batcave?
Oh, yeah.
It was crooked?
All right, so today is Tackle the Number Tuesday. We've got Hattie Parker joining us of what is it, Magic Crypto Mojo? That's kind of what it is.
That's a newsletter article that I write for an accountant. But my business that I'm working on is actually called Crypto Scopes. Think horoscope. And now add that to Crypto Scope. You know, when you're investing, they recommend that you understand the management of a company, and there's nothing better than astrology to get an insight into who somebody is and how competent they are and such as that.
Well, let's talk about astrology and numerology and everything that you do. How long have you been doing this?
40 years.
And one day you just said, I can either become an accountant or
No.
this.
No. I was a teacher, and then I was a headhunter in the oil industry in Denver, Colorado. And the oil industry sort of closed up its ranks. I mean, it just was a bust. The industry went bust. And nobody's going to pay you to find somebody to work for them when it's a contracting time. And I had never been to anybody to get any readings. I didn't even know such thing existed. And I traveled a little bit, and there was no internet. You couldn't find a psychic in a town by just typing it in and finding who's the best psychic in XYZ city. But I always found somebody to go get a reading from when I go to a new city. And I lived in Denver. I went to Colorado Springs, a woman to get a reading, and the woman offered to teach me to read tarot cards, and I went. I was lost. I was going around asking people if they could tell me what I was supposed to be doing with my life, and she offered to teach me, and in a way, the rest is history, and took a while.
Numerologist and psychic are two different things, aren't they?
Are two different things. The thing is, once I decided, I studied for 5 years, and only read for when a friend would say, "Can you please read for me?" And so the very first time when I decided to be more professional about it, a woman brought her boyfriend, And he sat down across from me, and it was a Sunday night, and he was going to court on Monday, and he wanted to know if he was going to jail or not. And I did a gulp, and I went, and I did the reading, but people come to us, there are many of us who have different talents, and they come to us with very deep questions. And so I started studying other disciplines, because when you're tasked with that kind of level of responsibility, you want to be good at what you do. So,
And do you soften the blow if you see something bad?
well, it depends where I am. I mean, I really love to read cards at parties, and like what I told you when doing numerology numbers, that's all real positive and such as that. If I look at a party and somebody's cards look challenging, I might say, it looks like you're having something challenging going on in your life. And if they don't pick up on it, it's a party. I mean, it is not, they're not coming to me as for a serious reading. But my initial reading with someone is 2 hours long, and in 2 hours you cover
That's
their
a long reading.
layers of.
Yeah, for
of
nothing. I'm gonna tell you, you a trip. Can you imagine
You sound like
dating
Vlad.
somebody like her?
so-
My
A 2-hour reading. Can you imagine?
Can you imagine dating somebody like her?
Why?
Because
she
she can
knows.
never lie.
Well,
She'll
knows
know
what
the truth.
She knows what she's looking for.
Oh my goodness
Did you
gracious!
tell her your story?
No. What story?
Your tarot card story.
No.
Do you have your cards with you?
Yes, I do.
But wait a minute. Before we get into that, Jojo wrote in, and you can write in or you can call and make our life
Look,
easier.
let's put our phone number up, please.
Jojo wrote in, and there's some information that we gave you, so we don't put it on the air. So that's the numbers I gave you,
Yeah,
the July whatever it was.
right.
And she would like to know what kind of person she is.
Well, she is, when I said that's wonderful, she is a 49, and in a deck of tarot cards, the 49th card, and that's when you put them in rank order, is the wishes come true card. Now, nobody in the world has all their wishes come true. That just isn't how life is. But people who are 49s tend to be extremely successful at affirming when they know what they want, they get it.
That's so true. If only she would
Do it.
do it. Yes, everything she touches goes to gold, and then it's on to the next thing. Sometimes she doesn't even finish the mission at hand and goes on to the next thing. But she's very successful at what she decides she's going to do.
When they know what they want, yeah.
See that, Jojo? Get to know what you want, and everybody will be a whole lot happier.
Now, will people come to you for businesses as well?
Yes. They always say, like in marketing, they say you should have a niche and you should be just doing one thing. And it's always challenging because you go from, should I marry this person? Should I divorce? One person is, should I marry? The next person is, should I divorce? And obviously, if someone has a business and they come with a personal issue, then, in a couple of hours, you cover a lot of waterfront.
Absolutely. Jay, have you ever had tarot card reading or
No.
numerology, astrology?
No, I never have.
Have any questions for Hattie?
Well, is it, is there a way, that as far as accuracy, do you think that it's usually
Well-
fairly accurate, or?
Usually fairly, yes. I don't, people ask me how do cards work, and I will come up with an answer, but it's just magic. It is just unbelievable that someone, like particularly at a party when I'm doing one person after another person after another person, the person who has a personal issue, the cards that are related to emotions come up.
Right.
The person that has a business issue, the cards that relate to practical matters come up. It just, I don't know how that works,
It's just-
but
it's-
it
it-
just
it's
works.
in the cards,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's in the
It's in the
cards.
cards.
Yeah. Very
Now, does
interesting.
your deck of cards have the death card in there?
Yes, except I have a deck of cards that are round that I designed myself,
Oh,
And
wow.
I made my death card into a caterpillar turning into a butterfly.
Okay, so change.
A death card is about transformation.
It's about
Yeah.
transformations. Okay.
Oh,
Right.
okay.
You made
So-
your own cards. That's kind of cool.
Well,
Yeah.
this lady is like, on the cusp. But
I've done it for a few years.
yeah, she's not a rookie. She's a So anyway, we go to do this shoot at a pinball place. And the lady comes in with a deck of cards, not like yours, but the regular ones. And she says to me, of everybody that's there, she looks right at me like I'm looking at Jay, and she says, if you pick the death card, it doesn't mean you're gonna die. So I turn around and I go, why are you talking to me? Oh, she did it, and she did it, and he did it. And there's all these people that did it, but she looks right at me. I'm just letting you know. Okay. So everybody did theirs. Everybody's good. Here comes Freddie. First card, death card.
Yep.
So I said to her, she's telling me about the change and all that. I said, okay, scramble them up. Let's go again. Second card, death card.
Yep. Oh, yes.
So I said, you're making me a little worried here. So I said, we'll do this again. If the third card shows up again, I'm out of here. Third card, death card.
So what big change happened in your life?
A couple of months later, we went from the art gallery, we left there. Something happened at the art gallery, that was a huge change. We came here. Before here, there was another place almost made that mistake of doing that, we came here. And my contract with the radio stations changed.
All within 24 hours.
Wow.
Bam, bam, boom. So me and them cards right now, X-nay on the card A. I can't take it. It was 3 in a row. And she says, I have never seen this. Neither have I, lady. Neither have I. Remember
There
that?
was a lot of change. And at
Oh
the
my-
end of it, you look and you go, okay. But going through it, I think I almost had a nervous breakdown going through it.
You.
Yeah.
And then I couldn't get out because the way the chairs were, I was locked into
You were all the
this.
way into the
I
booth.
should have
Yep.
gone underneath the table to get out of there, but ay.
I know.
It was interesting.
I'd like to see Cracker Barrel do cards.
Read her card?
Yes.
I
Would
don't
you
know
read
about
somebody's cards?
Sure. I mean, I don't know how I'm going to manage that.
Valerie.
No, because there's a whole bunch of stuff you got to do beforehand, no?
Well, I have to shuffle, so I'm going to
Oh,
have
you'll
to.
just have to put the mic down.
Yeah.
All right, but before you do, let me ask you a question.
Yep.
We're going to have you read
Is her
card.
mic on? Is your green light on your mic?
Is the green light on my mic? Yes. It
Okay.
is.
We want to have your cards read. Interested?
Not we,
Want to have your cards read?
not we.
She's like, oh no.
No, she's not into
I don't
that.
want to know when I'm getting married. I know when I'm getting married. I'm teasing you.
No, we should do Slick. He's the one that I think would benefit the most out of this.
Well, whoever wants to have it. Hattie's here.
How about Teddy?
She's got to want to do it.
How about not Teddy? How about Teddy's had enough with the spirit stuff?
Yeah, she's had enough going on the last couple
Teddy's
of weeks.
over it.
But we could do Jay. Jay's very complicated, but
You
no.
interested, Jay?
I don't know. I'm at this stage
Holy
in life.
smokes.
I
Oh
don't
my
know.
God.
What about RK? RK, you interested? See, RK is like Mikey. He eats everything.
We
On
can
3.
turn camera 3 over to RK.
But, but the other thing I wanted to ask you, I knew a numerologist. I brought him here, the gentleman with the cane, and then he went to Texas. He was good.
We had Michelle Landers, remember?
And
She read
Michelle
the whole
Landers.
thing out.
And this gentleman, we were doing presidents. This is when Obama was running against, I don't even know who the hell it was. The guy from Seattle or Utah, whatever his name, Romney.
Romney.
And he told me that Obama was going to win. And Obama was going to win back to back 4 years. And then he says, and then something wacky happens in 17. I said, what? He says, the numbers are saying that for 17 to 21 is going to be the wackiest time of the history of the country. But he wouldn't tell me what it was.
Yeah, he was right.
And then when I see that Trump won, I'm sitting, I still remember the show. It was on the Freddie Fixer show. I said, that guy, and I'm trying to reach out to him because he told me it was coming. He says, you're never going to see anything like this for those 4 years. Presidents, very tricky business. So I want to ask you, before you get into anybody else, next presidency, which you know is a wacky, wacky, wacky world. What do you see in terms of the numbers going on?
In terms of the numbers, well, if I look at the numbers, I'm trying to figure out what we would be looking at. I mean, you see, 22 is a master number. Any doubled number is a master number. So the midterm elections happen in 22, right? Or is it? Yeah,
Right, I think the next election is 24.
So that's a master number, and that will bring about something special. But I do want to, I talk about the personal aspect. There is a branch of astrology called mundane astrology. And mundane astrology is geopolitical astrology. And I'm a personal astrologer. So that to ask me a geopolitical question is a bit like asking, asking a doctor who's a heart specialist about a leg issue. And so I just don't know what's...
Well, what about the country? Will the country still be here in 2024?
Of course, the country will.
That's all I got to worry about.
Yeah, of course, the country.
I mean, he threw that at me. I didn't ask him. He sort of did it.
Well, today is a 22
Yes.
number.
Right.
That's right.
I mean, you chimed off a whole bunch of, like your parents got married in 66 and today is a 22, and there were a whole lot of master numbers floating around. And 2024 is actually a 44. So that's the master number of 8. And 8 is the number of competence and leadership and I mean, in a deck of tarot cards, it's called the Strength card, and you see a woman with her hands on either side of the mouth of the lion. The lion is the king of the beasts. So I would say in 2024 that looks good. I mean,
We're in good hands.
Yeah.
That's all I needed to hear, baby.
Now,
Good to go.
yesterday, I heard an interesting fact. This would probably be interesting, that yesterday, the 21st was, I think they said, the 21st day of the 21st
First
month of in the year 21, and everything had 21 in it yesterday.
Right.
So does that have any significance
Oh,
when that
of
happens?
course. Well, 21, remember you add numbers together, so it's a 333.
Right.
And the 33rd card in a deck of tarot cards is about standing up for yourself. So this would be a good, all those threes. It's a good day to be standing up.
Good day to be standing up.
for
Okay.
yourself. To
So
be
it's a very
standing-
religious
It's
333.
always a good
Yeah.
day to stand
Yeah.
up.
It's always a good day. In the studio, it's always a good day to step into your power.
Yeah, that's right. So
Jay, when's your birthday?
March 15th, 1951.
The Ides
So-
of March.
Ides of March, that's right.
we added that up while we were on commercial break, and I was telling him that he's a 34-7. Remember, 3 plus 4 is 7.
Actually, I'm
So-
a 36 large, but
So 7 are people that you can't push, shove, or cajole to do anything that they don't want to do.
That's him.
Integrity is extremely important.
That's him
The,
too.
the tarot card is called the Chariot, and the Chariot is strangely, you see this charioteer, and he's got a square right over his heart. And if something doesn't feel right in his heart, he's not doing it.
That's him. That is
And
exactly
that doesn't
him.
mean, like, I know people, like one thing that it's kind of, I would be helpful to your wife maybe sometimes, because, once a spouse knows, well, I just have to give him time. I mean, she probably knows after
well,
after a while.
she's learning to live with me. I mean, it's a process.
How many years you been married, Jay?
We have been married. Let's see, this has been 9 years.
And you've known her how many years, Jay?
10.
That's a long process, Jay. Long process.
It's-
Jay always
it-
seems
it-
very even-keeled and mellow to me. You're always very mellow and even.
I am.
Jay doesn't do anything he don't want to do.
Well, not really. No.
I've seen it.
I mean, if it's.
Well, I've seen it. Jay says no, it's going to be no until it turns to yes.
Yeah, I don't say no very often, because I kind of go away from, I kind of distance myself from things that are negative to me. I try to stay away from that. And I guess that's why, you know, if somebody says, hey, let's watch a movie that's, you know, I said, I'd rather not, rather do something else, you know, or just anything like that. You know, if different things for a TV show, somebody says, oh, I love The Bachelor. I said, good, enjoy it. I'm not watching it. You know, and
like
I
you.
think Freddie's like that too.
Freddie's much like
right?
that.
I mean, if,
I watched it one time and said, what the hell?
Yeah. I mean, certain things I gravitate toward, and other things I move the heck away from. You know, so
Here's my other question. Numbers are scientific, right? We know numbers mean what numbers
Exact.
mean.
right.
The planets, though, the astrological change of events, the Mercury retrograde.
Is that even a thing?
The Pluto, Saturn, all of these things that we're now hopefully coming out of.
Is that even a thing?
Well, let's ask.
Well, the planets, they're all systems that talk about the nature of the universe. And they interface, and they're all, I mean, tarot cards sort of much less, tarot cards are movable and plastic, but the planets, you know, Saturn takes 29 and a half years to go around the sun. It doesn't take 29 and a half 1 year, and then the next 29 it decides to go around in 28. It's going to go around in 29 and a half years, and so the looking at an astrology chart is really quite a bit about science. And you were asking if Mercury retrograde, well, have you experienced that you have computer problems
Well,
when
let's
Mercury
put it this
is?
way. On Thursday, I missed the chair and I fell on the floor. On Friday, I tripped, fell into the wall, broke my shoe, and then I went to leave here to go home and my car battery was
But
dead.
that isn't retrograde. That's just something that's going to happen.
Really?
I'm asking.
Well,
Listen, I don't want to mess with some things I don't understand. I got to tell you, I did that one time. I had a very bad day. When I left here, I had a very bad day. So I don't sort of tease
you
it.
don't like to give it credence.
No, it's
so-
like telling a tiger in a cage you want some
You don't
of
wanna
this.
tease it.
I don't want to. But I don't know if it's real, not real. And then it's the science behind it and between the ears. Because if you believe it's real, all of a sudden you start falling. This one falls all the time. I met her. You know how I met her? She tripped over a chestnut. The next day I said to her, you're going to trip on that chestnut. And sure enough, she did.
Yep. By the third day, he finally moved it out of my way. Fact. Factual.
So is it you believe it or do you make it come true because you believe it?
I don't think you make it come true because you believe it, but no,
Then it happens.
I don't think so. I think
So it's a real deal?
Mercury takes 88 days to go around the sun. So what it is, it's no planet ever goes backwards. It's because from the way we see it, you know how when you're on a train, that's one train is going faster than the other, it makes it look like one train is going backwards. And that's what the astronomy of what's going on. It's
Ah.
and
That makes sense.
so, you know, I think sometimes it's useful to accept. I mean, I had on Saturday I tried to turn off a light and it wouldn't turn off, and I had to use the circuit breaker to the light and the fan in the second bathroom, and so I had to have somebody come in. I mean, it was probably sitting there waiting to happen. I've lived in the house for 11 years. It's probably been a switch waiting to go wrong. It just happened to happen during Mercury retrograde, and I go,
Do you pull
"Oh,
your
well."
cards or do readings on people to help them navigate through life, through business, through relationships?
Yes.
If you do it for yourself as well?
I do it plenty for myself, because they're like my good friend, you know.
I need to see your good friend.
So,
And they're asking, can you change?
Here's another birth date.
I see that. One second. Can you? I see just the year. Oh, there it goes. Can you change? Like, can Jay change his numbers to be something else? Is that doable, where your personality changes?
no, he can't change. That I do with adding up a birth date, you can't go back and say, no, I didn't want to be born that day. I'm going to be
No, I
born.
mean personality-wise, can he go from being
But-
what he is to something else?
But you see, in numerology, the birth date
it's
is
exact.
50%
Okay.
and the name is 50%, and
I
you
got
can
you.
change the name. So there is, and people do change their name, and
Changing
It's-
your name will change what happens with you?
yeah,
Really?
really.
Because each letter of your name has a
Has a number.
numerical value.
Oh,
That's why he went AKA Prince. That's exactly why he did.
Really?
and then he went to whatever that
Well,
was.
whatever the number was,
Well,
he
it's
did it on
interesting.
purpose.
Whether you're Freddie, Federico, or Frederico.
That's why I changed
Or
it.
Frederick.
It depends on
It
the
depends on your
circumstance.
mood because you've got 4 names.
I have one name.
Which
It's
is?
Frederick. I tell you what happened. I got my license in Puerto Rico. They decided to take Frederick and make it Federico. I came here, and the day you used to give your license, and they used to give it to you in Spanish, they used to give it to you in American, English, and you didn't have to take a test or anything, so they kept the name Federico. Somebody changed my name, but it wasn't me.
So you're really Frederick.
I am. But I'm known as Federico on my driver's license, everywhere.
Yes.
Bank statements.
Facebook.
Because it's the only form of ID I have. You see, I'm a Frederick, not a Federico. But everybody calls me Federico. Even Facebook did this to me.
I know.
What the hell?
You know how many times I go to text you and it's either an FR or an FE, depending on I'm texting or emailing
And
you.
they spelled it differently. FE as opposed to FR. Yeah, you know, you
So
pick up.
that makes a difference what
Extra
your name,
letter, yeah.
what your name is there, because I know that my father was born, his last name, my name is Harmon, Harmon. My father was born Harmon, Harman, but way back when he got his first Social Security card, when they did that, they misspelled his name to Amon. So he, not to mess with the government, decided that was
Keeping
his
it.
official name because they said it was. And so he changed his name, so that's where I have my name. Now, whether my name is that or what his name was is, you know, is all,
Well, an A is a 1 and an O is a 6, so
Yeah.
there's a difference of 5.
There's a big difference.
Yeah.
so
An
that's
R
interesting.
and an E. What are the difference in numbers?
An R is a 9 and an E is a 5. So
Wow.
We should look at your name
No.
both ways.
I think you shouldn't.
Look at my name. It's one way. Do you know if you take my name, Dawn, and then we're going to go to commercial break.
No, let's
but
do
give us a
Gina. Let's
call.
do Gina.
If you take my name, Dawn, D-A-W-N, and you word letter scramble it, you know what you get? A wand.
yes, you do.
We worked with 3D Learner, and my wand is my thing. And he says, do you know that if we word jumble your name, you get wand? And I was like, mic drop. Here we go.
And you know what happens when you take Frederick and you spin it? You get a mess. All right, so let's try August 20th, 65.
8, 20, 55. is
That's for
20,
Gina.
20. That's a 48. And a 48 adds to 12, and 1 plus 2 adds to 3. So 3s are people who do not like to be hemmed in. They tend to have multiple careers. They like to go in many different directions. 48 is, it's called the 8 of Cups, and you see somebody who has cups in order in the foreground, and the person is walking to the hills. Because a 3 likes to spread their energy far and wide, they need to take vacation. They need to head for the hills sometimes to they're like Energizer bunnies, and they need rest and restoration so that they don't burn themselves up.
That's amazing. I don't know Gina well. I just met her. But I know some of the things that I've read on Facebook. And that sounds just like
Can you
her.
imagine what Amy must be?
She's probably a 99.
Let's take a commercial break. When we come back, we're going to see who's going to have their friend tarot cards read. This is a whole lot of fun. Check it out. You can also find Hattie Parker for individual astrology readings, numerology readings, whatever
What's
it
wrong
is.
with your mouth?
Numerology,
Gina says
numerological.
she's right on the money. So
Wow.
true. Oh my gosh.
All right, give us a call, 888-994-4995. You can even call in anonymously if you want, Studio A, and we'll be right back.
But we'll tell everybody who you are.
Hi friends, it's Bree and Allie from Kids and Capes. Tune in Saturday mornings on the Brooklyn Cafe Kids Television Network at 10 o'clock, where we share fun and ideas. And remember, peace, love, and kindness.
Welcome to Lost Harbor Spirits, a world where pirates inspire our spirits, treasures remain undiscovered, and flavors are infused with the essence of mysterious voyages. The distillery became one of the few women-owned craft spirits production sites in the U.S. From our award-winning spirits of vodka and rum to delicious gin, we're always coming up with some new and exciting flavors to keep your cocktails delicious and fresh. Proudly distilling out of West Palm Beach, Florida, Lost Harbor Spirits is a true treasure waiting to be discovered. Contact Palm Beach Distillery at lostharborspirits.com to take a tour or purchase your favorite spirit at your local liquor store.
Hi, I'm Tracy McDonough, owner and founder of Healing Moments. Healing Moments is a healing playroom, a mind, body, spirit center. Our service is love and compassion, and the environment is soothing, peaceful, and inviting. Every area is designed for healing and peace. We deliver services such as massage therapy or lymphatic drainage, energy healing and Reiki, chakra balancing, physical vascular therapy for circulation and pain, vibrational medicine using frequencies and oils, and music in order to calm and relax your mind, body, and spirit. We also offer detoxification services using infrared sauna, ionic foot baths, and power plates. All of our modalities are designed to reduce stress, anxiety, induce relaxation, relieve pain, and provide detoxification and inflammation reduction for optimal healing and wellness.
Looking for a cool, laid-back space with great people and even better drinks? You can't lose. The Artful Dodger, Boca Raton's hidden gem. A good, old-fashioned local bar is hard to come by, but not anymore. The Artful Dodger is a fun, casual place to sit back and relax. Located at 495 Northeast 20th Street in Boca Raton, you'll find your new favorite bar. The Artful Dodger. We'll see you there.
Attention Florida residents. Is constant water damage from the elements putting holes in your pipes and your wallet? We cut the cost when disaster strikes. You deserve to have your house be a home again. At Triumph, we get you paid the most for your insurance claims. Broken pipes, water damage, and mold? Triumph Consulting covers it all. Call our offices now to qualify for a free house inspection at 954-669-4935 or visit www.wegetYouPaid.com.
You've been watching the Brooklyn Cafe Show. Join us each day and after hours as we talk about the hot topics to open the conversations and share a few laughs. Now, back to Dawn and Freddie S.
Listen, if you want to send us your date of birth and stay anonymous, Because you know your date of birth, you can do that. I don't know what
You can
people
just
do.
text me or Freddie if you know us well enough. You can give us a text. We don't have to share anybody's name. You can write it in on Facebook, or you can always give us a call, 888-994-4995, Studio A. We have numerologist, astrologist, crypto astrology, Hattie Parker with us. And while we went to commercial break, RK is having his cards read.
I'm in the hot seat now.
Did you read the cards or you read?
How's it going for you, RK, over there?
Yep. Well, one of the things that I did was I did his birthday first, and the two of you have the same.
Me and RK, right?
Yeah, you.
I think he's my son from another
yeah.
planet.
He kind of looks like Gio.
Both of you are 44s, and
He looks like he's 48, but okay.
Yeah, my salt and pepper, right?
Yeah.
I look like Dan.
Like Dan, right? There you go.
Wow, 244s, okay. So
Yeah.
you're a lot like me. Well,
Yep.
I'm a lot like you. Well, you got to be like me because I'm older than you.
I mean, the way we banter, I mean, I would say there's a lot of similarities, right?
You like things orderly?
Yeah.
And then I could
Kinda.
see that when things get chaotic, you probably just calm the seas.
I'm hit or miss, I think. I think it depends on the scenario.
I'm going to tell you something about this guy. There was something that I wanted done, and when you do the two people, when you do their numbers, you'll see what I'm talking about. And I gave it to him because I had a dream that I said to him, do this, and he did it. And I gave him the same thing, can you do this? And it was done in less than 24 hours. Now, he's doing it every day, the behind the scenes piece.
Yep.
Mostly.
Which is a great piece.
Which is not easy to do, but he took this thing and he sort of molded. Now people are beginning to notice, so I'm glad that...
Well, what the cards said was that right now he has a very good support system that's helping him expand greatly. And I think the two of you are part of that support system. There's two women and one man, and then the card of the great support system. Like it shows up in the classic cards as like family support system, but family can mean a lot of.
Well, they are all our family here.
Yeah.
Everyone that comes in and sits here is part of our family, and
Right.
they know that.
So that ends with a 3, and I was talking to the 3 person that's expansive. And in the future, he has the 21 card, so he's going to just keep growing and expanding. And you know, it's just a really strong emphasis on support system has made a whole lot of difference.
Makes sense to you, RK?
Yeah, I think
And
so.
it's funny because he's new. He's only been here a few weeks.
Yeah.
I
And
think
he's awesome.
not even a month, right?
A whole month.
Okay, it's been a whole month?
No, I don't know.
Not even.
Almost,
Not
I
even.
think.
Did you have any other questions?
No, I think that's it. I think that covers it.
All right,
No,
Ted, you going next?
He's going to end on a high note, as they say.
Whatever you want.
Come, switch with RK. Switch with RK the seat, and then that way you guys can...
Hattie, what's the best way while we're switching for people to get in touch with you for readings and...
Well, I think that they were posting my website, and then there's a contact information on that.
Okay.
HattieParker.com, so you can get there or email me, you know.
All right, call into the
all the
studio.
different ways we communicate with people these days. I'm on Facebook, so I could
HattieParker.com, you can find that. I know you have to put your mic down, so you can put that down and shuffle, and Freddie and I will just...
Well, we're going to talk to Slick.
We'll
we're gonna,
talk it through while we
We're
do
going to
this.
try something new. You do over there.
And actually,
You stay right there.
Vladimir has a question he wanted
Slick,
to pose.
Slick wants to be next. We'll do his
It wasn't about this, it was just a generalized question.
Okay.
So while they're doing this, Vlad, why don't you ask your question?
Where is he?
He's over there,
Oh,
and he
there
had
he
a
goes.
question.
Grab him. You have a microphone there?
Here, I took it by accident.
And this way, Teddy can share what she wants, and Hattie they can do what they need with both hands, and then we'll go forward on
Okay,
that.
let's get Vladimir's question.
All right, Vlad, what is your question?
Now, if I can remember how I said it to you briefly, I said, in a brief, short one-liner response, Freddie, tell me, what would you say the social norm is for, between the polarity of men and women in this era?
No. That's a loaded question. You know how I'm going to give you this answer.
You even understand what that means?
Yes.
Because I'm still thinking about it.
I know what it means. I'm going to give you this answer. When you see his show on the air, I'll answer that question because that's what his show is all about. He's actually going to go to FAU and some of the schools to get some of the kids involved. Women have a different way of doing things, and men after the pandemic, and he wants to bring it out and find out how it works.
As
if
far
it
as what?
works. Relationships, way of thinking,
Everything.
jobs, everything. everything. So he's gonna go to the source. But he's trying to get me, no, you ain't gonna bait me. You're gonna do the show, and I'm gonna ask you that question. So we move on.
How about you, Miss Dog? You gotta give me something.
Yeah, I'll give you something. I'll give you a nickel. You can call Santa Claus.
You know, when Judy Herman comes, I'm pretty good at answering these questions. This one, I'm even thinking about what the question means, but yet you understand the question.
Well, me and him have been talking about it all morning because he wants to put his show together.
The polarity of
Masculine and feminine.
meaning how they're similar or how they're different?
I know all of that has been affected, like via the pandemic, financially, socially, how social media, the internet, everything. Like how, like before we even knew what that is, like you know how technology affected it. That's what I should say.
I think the pandemic affected everything. I think people's patience
But
levels.
think about this. Slick, I want you to go on your speaker and turn the mic level up a little bit so I can hear you when you talk, because it's on mute. So we're going to try something a little bit different.
Okay.
But what he's talking about is, I'm always bugging Slick about Digicity, right? Get a girl's numbers, try to this and this and that. But I never realized until I spoke to this gentleman that women have changed. Their approach towards men has changed.
Really?
The way they think, yeah, like most women don't like men anymore. It's all about like, it's like
empowerment.
Yeah, it's like business, you know. It's not about love. It's about liberation these days.
I would tend to agree with you on that, 100%.
So things have changed, but he's going to be doing it from a younger group, not older groups.
That's interesting that the younger group is saying the same thing that I'm seeing
But
in my demographic.
this is what I told him. Now, I'm not going to answer. I'm going to wait till you come up with your show, because now you have incentive.
See, because of my age, which is old enough to be your mother demographic,
yeah,
I see that happening. I didn't realize, but I just figured us because we're in business, we're growing business, all the women that we work with are in business. I didn't realize that it's actually going to trickle down to a younger generation.
Well, yeah, you know, see, like the younger generation, like, you know, it's a lot of, they lack emotional empathy and like, you know, like that nourishment. So and they don't also understand in the business world, you can't have emotions. You know, you got to put that to the side and understand it's a different setting. So, you know, it's all about learning, you know, living and learning, so. But they got to know how to mesh those two.
Do you think TV and commercial, now that you're talking about it, I used to see all these diamond commercials and the De Beers commercial and all these romance commercials. And I'm thinking, I haven't seen those commercials in a long time either. The Hallmark commercials, haven't seen those. All those things that would bring up empathy, don't see them. You're seeing medications, don't take this if you're going to have a severe reaction and die to this medication. I haven't seen, now that you're saying that, any of these romantic, caring, heart-touching Kleenex commercials that I used to see during the holiday. Think about it, have you?
But
I
this
didn't
is what
realize that
he's
until you
bringing
just
up.
said that. That's interesting.
Yeah, no more emotional empathy. That's like important in the polarity aspect between the masculine and feminine. So, you know, like if you can't nurture her that way, like if you don't have the empathy to do it, you know, it won't really. Probably it's just like business. We're just here to we're just dating for business. You know what I'm saying? That's what it looks like these days. It ain't.
When's your show going to air?
Yeah. Oh, we still brainstorming. Just in due time.
Just due next week.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
I've been writing, so I'm ahead.
Okay.
It's funny because I'm always bugging Crack about who's going to be getting married soon. Maybe this one, who knows? And I'm always saying it's a business. You know, forget the big wedding, go on the bigger honeymoon. I'm always saying it's a business, but I kid about it because I'm 59. I can kid about almost anything. You know, I've earned my stripes.
Yeah, you have.
But the younger generation, the younger generation now, they're beginning to understand what I've been talking about because things have changed. The way you do things has changed. And your approach to the opposite or the same sex, whatever, has changed, whether you like it or not. And he brought that to my attention today.
Interesting.
On a different level. So you better get on your horse.
That'd also be the first episode. It's about the first approach. Yeah, that's what it's about. Like, yeah, what is it, you know?
Interesting.
Yeah.
All right, more to come with that. How'd your card reading go, ladies?
Well, we found out this lady's in love.
You think?
Congrats, Mike.
She agreed. So the cards don't lie.
It's true. And it was not the card I thought was going to come up, but congrats, Michael. Here's your proof.
So you got a good card?
Yeah.
Good.
Yep.
Yeah, I got the
Lovely.
love card.
Yeah.
Was it what you thought? Was it indicative of what you thought she was going to find, Teddy?
Not at all, but I'm happy about it.
Good.
Yeah.
Good. So pleasant
I was
surprise.
nervous what else there was going to come up, so I'm happy about what did come up.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Very cool. See, nothing to fear, Freddie.
Why?
Why? Because she's happy,
So?
which is a good thing. I'd like to see our family happy.
Happy is just an element. I got any people writing in, by the way. I'm answering them.
Okay.
When did you create those cards?
Oh, these cards I've had for a couple of years. And the cryptoscopes, I want to make them available as a tool. I mean, because, this crypto volatile, it's just a volatile
Are those
asset.
cards cryptoscopes?
I'm going to make them. That's how I intend to have them published.
And what does that mean?
And cryptoscope, think of the word horoscope. A horoscope is telling you what the direction of your life, and so cryptoscopes. Now in tarot, there's 4 suits. There's a suit of fire, which in scopes is courage. There's a suit of water, which in cryptoscopes, I keep doing that, is optimism. There's a suit of air, which is intellect, and that is persistence. And there's a suit of earth, and that's enthusiasm. So it's, you see, because like right now, crypto is down. So your spirits are up when crypto is up, and your spirits are down when crypto, and this is to help people get through the hard times, because there's plenty of what's known as FUD. Have you heard the phrase FUD?
Nope.
FUD stands for fear, uncertainty, and doubt. And actually, I do believe there's plenty of people with huge assets that are actually manipulating the cryptocurrency in order to get people to be spooked, so they'll sell it off. And it's very important for people not to sell.
That's interesting.
I got another one for you. 9/12/1991.
Okay.
That's JP from Jupiter.
1991
Remember?
is 20 and 12.
9/12/91.
141. That's the one that your sister, Dawn, your sister's number, 415, is a person who has to figure things out for themselves. 41 is the Ace of Cups, and the Ace of Cups is a heart that overflows. Is your sister a very giving person?
Yes.
Yeah. And so this person, whoever they may be, I would suspect is a very giving person.
Very giving. She's coming down to see us again. You don't remember JP?
Is that really her name, though? Or his name? All right. You have her named as Jupiter.
Yes, because JP used to be in Jupiter. Now she's in Augusta.
So you want to go have your cards done?
No, Slick has requested.
All right. So Slick, let someone else run the board, and you come on over and do that. Tell us what you do as far as cryptocurrency, because you do all of this in regards to investing also.
Well, that's new.
Okay.
But I have a client who is in an accounting firm, and she has an accounting firm. And so she's very forward thinking, and of course her clients are coming to her because she advises them about their money. And so now what's the big question on everybody's mind? What should I be doing about crypto? So at her, to show you how forward thinking she is, she has me write a column for her newsletter, and she publishes it every week. And so I write a column about, I called it Cosmic Mojo, and I was talking about new moons and full moons and such as that. And there's tons of information out there that goes in that direction. There's not so much of people who are spiritually oriented. I mean, I think there's a whole spiritual aspect of our relationship to money. And so that it's not just about, is it up, is it down, is my mood up, is my mood down? I mean, this is a paradigm shift in the world. I mean, we are going to deal with money very differently from how we have before. And there are a bunch of us, like I'm an old lady. I mean, and change is not the easiest thing for anybody. I think the younger generation is going, yippee, I didn't think I could get a job that was going to make, that I was going to be able to flourish in my old age. You know, crypto will be people's retirement funds in the future. I think it's much easier if you grew up in the computer generation. I think those of us who came to it later are, there's just a whole lot of people who need a whole lot of education. And
People need a whole lot of education and a whole lot of things. We're going into a full moon. Is that tomorrow, I think?
Right, yeah.
What's that mean for the 22nd and a full moon and coming out of retrograde, and you talk about Pluto and destruction and...
Yeah, this is a very active time, and I'm finding a lot of people who are in sort of some crises. I mean, there's a lot of oh, what am I going to do about this going on in people's lives, and as I said to Freddie, of course we're going to have a country in 2024. Yes. I mean, but every once in a while it's nice to be able to just have somebody say they're there, it's going to be okay.
It's going to be okay. That's that song you keep playing.
So
it's going to be okay.
Let's go to commercial break. When we come back, Slick's going to have a little conversation with Miss Hattie Parker. So give us a call, 888-994-4995, Studio A, and we'll be right back.
Looking for a place to get your ice cream fix? Look no further than Cold Stone Creamery. At Cold Stone, we make our ice cream fresh every single day in store. We have over 20 different ice cream base flavors and over 30 different mix-ins to choose from. We also have plenty of signature creations if you don't want to go ahead and choose your own. To end your creation, you can put it in one of our freshly made waffles. We have ice cream cakes, ice cream sandwiches, milkshakes, smoothies, banana splits, sundaes, and so many other things for you to come check out and enjoy. We are the official ice cream store of the Brooklyn Cafe. Hope to see you soon, and remember, it's always a great day for ice cream.
Welcome to Lost Harbor Spirits, a world where pirates inspire our spirits, treasures remain undiscovered, and flavors are infused with the essence of mysterious voyages. The distillery became one of the few women-owned craft spirits production sites in the U.S. From our award-winning spirits of vodka and rum to delicious gin, we're always coming up with some new and exciting flavors to keep your cocktails delicious and fresh. Proudly distilling out of West Palm Beach, Florida, Lost Harbor Spirits is a true treasure waiting to be discovered. Contact Palm Beach Distillery at lostharborspirits.com to take a tour or purchase your favorite spirit at your local liquor store.
If a tree falls in the woods and no one is around to hear it, does it make a sound? Have you ever felt that your voice goes unheard? And you think that you can make a difference if only someone would listen. It's time for women in business to have a place to step into your power, a platform to embrace your hopes, dreams, and your visions, a voice to heal and restore. Your voice can make a difference. We have a platform you deserve to share your story and let your voice be heard. Be kind to yourself. Give yourself the chance to be heard and shine bright. Contact New Dawn Media by texting CAFE to 55312. That's CAFE to 55312. Or call us at 866-224-5422. Your voice can make a difference.
Attention Florida residents. Is constant water damage from the elements putting holes in your pipes and your wallet? We cut the cost when disaster strikes. You deserve to have your house be a home again. At Triumph, we get you paid the most for your insurance claims. Broken pipes, water damage, and mold? Triumph Consulting covers it all. Call our offices now to qualify for a free house inspection at 954-669-4935 or visit www.wegetYouPaid.com.
You've been watching the Brooklyn Cafe Show. Join us each day and after hours as we talk about the hot topics to open the conversations and share a few laughs. Now, back to Dawn and Freddie S.
Ay, 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 ay. I feel like Ricky Ricardo. Ay, ay, ay. Listen, before we get over to Slick and them, I want to ask you guys a question. The state of kindness in America. Verizon did a study, a very deep study. Apparently it took a year to do this study. And they listed the states 1 through 50 as to the best state for kindness and the worst state for kindness. So I want to ask you, let's start with Florida. What number do you think Florida came in at for the state of kindness? No, give me a number.
The top 40.
Not top 40. This ain't
only 50
this ain't the
states.
music, dummy.
Pick up your mic.
You see, this is what I mean. Give me a number. Now we're dealing with numbers here, so hold on to yours. What do you think?
Well, the problem
35,
is I
35.
heard you.
You gave us the answer earlier.
So
You're not allowed to respond.
35.
So
Teddy,
I-
what number? No,
I-
you'll get the second question because you know it.
I have to recuse myself.
She's recusing.
How about Josh?
Josh, what number?
Maybe 40 on 40.
What do you say?
40 on the dot.
40 on the dot.
That's the second person that told me. Okay, Teddy, what number? You
Florida and kindness.
Kindness, Florida. From 1 to 50.
48.
48, another 48. Who else is in there?
RK, is that
RK,
there?
what number?
Where does Florida rate as far as kindness on a scale of 1 to 50 in the United States?
Like a 42?
You know, the interesting thing is that
everybody
everybody's in the 40s. It came in at 47.
People aren't so nice here.
Now, what do you think is the number one state? Recuse yourself again.
Yeah, we recuse.
What do you think is the number one state? Talking to your mic.
Denver.
It has to be like, I'll say probably, it has to be on the eastern seaboard. So it's probably like Carolina or Virginia.
Okay, you're on twice.
He's close,
3 times.
though.
No, it's not. It's not on the eastern seaboard.
Of course it is.
It is not.
It has to be the eastern seaboard.
Okay, let's keep going. You're close, but no. Josh,
I say Kansas.
you say what?
Kansas.
Kansas.
Me and Dorothy.
Kansas. Kansas is a state?
Kentucky, you said, right?
Kentucky's number 1. I guess Kansas is number 49.
Wow. What's 50?
Kentucky's number 1. 50 was Maryland. Of course, where the politicians hang out.
Wow. Kentucky's on the eastern seaboard.
It is not.
Where is it?
Central state. It's in the center. Isn't Kentucky in the center state? In the middle of the country?
No.
It has no water.
Yeah.
All right. Now you're going to make me look it up. Okay. Thank you very much.
And I'm not a geography buff, Dad. I know. My dad says, yes, everything is based on numbers.
I wanted to bring that up because we're dealing with numbers today.
Everything is based on numbers.
Kentucky is west of West Virginia. Wow. It's by Nashville. Isn't Nashville to the south?
Yes. So is Kentucky. It's considered the South.
I'm looking at the map now.
Okay.
I am really curious how they did that. I mean, like,
Does it say what it's based on?
Yes, they asked questions and took a. Okay, it's nowhere near the eastern coast.
Yeah, that's true. It's in
It's
the
in the
middle.
center of the country.
Right.
Okay, it's south of Ohio. It's not even around water. Excuse me.
It doesn't have a beach, so.
It doesn't have a beach. It has a lot of dirt, a lot of trees.
Yes.
It's in the only thing more center than Kentucky is whatever state that is, which is like, I don't know.
Something else.
Something
Let me ask you a question. When people pass, do you think there's a numerological connotation on their date of passing as well as their date of birth?
Of course, I am not a mediums are talking to people on the other side. So
I just mean as far as the day when someone passes. You think there's a?
Of course.
You think there is?
Yeah.
I don't know why I'm even thinking that. It's just that
in the world of there are no accidents. I mean, like a spirit decides to make transition at.
My grandmother passed away on my mother's birthday. So you think like if there was a message of whatever reason that message was, that it wasn't the day before, it wasn't the day after, it was right there. Grandma, we're always thinking about you. I know. She's remembered on different days, but different things. So Slick, let's get into your reading.
Well, we started out identifying that he's a number 8 when 8s are natural born leaders, and he went, yes, right. Yes.
He's like a peacock showing his feathers.
Born. I didn't ask for this crown, you know. I didn't ask for it.
So then this is a reading that is past, present, future. So in the past, we were finding out that he just is not into obstacles. Like, there are no obstacles. I'm going to just make things work. And right now, he has a nice support system and a plan. It's not going as fast as he'd like it to go. That determination that comes the 8 that wants to, and when is this? I want it now, sort of thing. And so I'm encouraging him to, like, absolutely remember. You see, there's no accidents, that there are no obstacles. I want him to remember that there are no obstacles and embrace that he's already got that handled. So he just needs to, like, insert that tape in the brain so it plays. There are no obstacles. I'm going for what I want.
I'll say that in the morning. I'll put that on my vision chart because I have a vision board.
Yep.
So I'll make sure there's no obstacles.
No.
What about romance in his life?
Oh, jeez.
Women love him, Hattie.
Oh, here we go.
This is the last. I don't know. It's not there.
He's not. That's not what it. That's not. What
so romance is not.
All right, so business first.
There's the. He has the Knight of Cups, and in the classic deck, the Knight of Cups has wings on his hat and wings on his feet. So you'll give your heart, but you go like, nah, I want to be able to escape when I.
Pretty true. He gives his heart quickly, but then he's like, Starbucks window is now closed.
We're getting
clean up on aisle 9.
Did I nail you on that one?
What, Starbucks? None of that was true?
Yeah, guys. I was just playing with you guys.
Really? You made up Sammy in Starbucks?
Yeah, I made up Sammy. I just didn't
Natural
want my
born leader he
relationship
is.
status. I just wanted my relationship.
Leader, all right. Huh? He leads. I don't know what ducks are following, but he leads.
No, but
He's a natural born
I
leader.
could say that was just like the only personal thing that I told you guys that, I just wanted to be taken. Everybody's being taken right now. I can't find my only one. I can't find Mrs. Right. So
don't look, and you're fine.
Hopefully.
So now we're very business oriented and business minded. You should go do your cards.
You should.
No, because the last time I did that, it really hurt.
Well, look what happened. It just gave us a heads up on what was going to happen next.
Yeah, but I'd rather faint.
It doesn't change, right? You're not like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Dangling the carrot. You're just.
I don't know what you're
out.
talking about. You got sick and had a nervous breakdown for 2 weeks.
Yeah, that was
you
bad.
You don't want to know.
I don't want to know when my next nervous breakdown is coming. I kind of know. I'm 54. I kind of know it happens.
Then
routinely.
I don't want to know when your next breakdown is coming.
That's the interesting thing about this age that I'm embracing.
I wanted to
I'll
ask
tell you that that's something that happens at parties plenty, where wives love this stuff and they bring their husband over and their husband goes like hump or rump. I don't want to do it.
Humbug,
so I think it's best to let him be.
We let you be.
Wow, now I'm
now
curious.
You're challenged.
Wait a minute. That's good. That's the takeaway effect. I like it. I don't like it too much, but I like it.
Do you do psychic readings as well, or you're mostly cards and numbers?
The cards, I mean, I get psychic awareness about things, but I do not put there are psychics that know things that come out and know, like the angels talk to them, that's not me. I mean, I once had a woman come for a reading, and she thought, it's very hard to define what you do. And so you put yourself out in the world saying you do a reading. They had a reader before, and they sort of assume that you do the same thing that somebody else did. And this woman went to somebody who told her what shoes the man that she was going to marry wore. And so she got married to somebody who had the shoes. I mean, it was like tassel loafers or something like that. And so she met a man with tassel loafers, and now she'd been married to him for 10 years. Now, she was hoping that that was what I did, and that's not what I do. And so she was like, but I never said I could. I mean, I wouldn't know how to do that if you hung me up by my fingernail.
It's interesting. We had Michelle Landers came in a couple years ago when she did my chart. I think it was 2018 and 2019, or 2019, 2020. And one of them was, I was going to have a new relationship with life and death. So I read this whole report, and I really, I went into this panic like you did with the death card. I went, oh my gosh, who's going to pass? What's going to happen? And I was trying to come to terms with it. The next day, Dignity Memorial, the largest funeral home, became one of our big clients and sponsors. On the same day that we worked with a pasta company called Heaven's Best. So there was my new relationship with life and death in her terms, right? It's what she saw and how she put it in words, and my panic, but then it was Dignity and that gluten-free pasta company.
Speechless.
Right?
Yeah.
But it's just what you can rationalize it as. And you got the death card. I know. To be me and my brain is a whole other place.
I think you should have your cards back.
I will.
It's funny. Every time Dawn does this, people come in here and they go, and Dawn, you're going to make a lot of money. And Dawn, you're going to be very successful. And then they look at me and says, and you're getting the bill.
Pretty much.
So moving on, Mr. Leader. From now on, you are no longer slick. You are now Mr. Leader.
You can say I like that. I like the. I was
You
just
like
surprised that she was showing me the leader card. I was like, wow. I usually don't try to be the leader, but I don't mind leading. So.
Well, you go.
Yeah, I'll try my best.
Well, I was missing those papers today, and my angel sent me into my corner. And there it was. I bent down to get a lipstick, and there was that contract I was looking for.
Had nothing to do with that.
Yes, the angel said, look right
She moves papers when we have functions in here. And I tell her.
Don't clean up.
Don't clean that way because you're going to lose it. She couldn't find it.
I found it.
If it wasn't for the lipstick, you would have never found that contract.
Hence the mascara.
That's why you rewarded yourself, right? That's the mascara. There you go.
It's good to me. Good, it is what it is. All right, let's take a commercial break. When we come back, we're going to wrap up this Tackle Me Tuesday. Josh, you going to do your cards? Yes. All right. Josh's going to head over and get his cards read. Give us a call. You can find Hattie Parker on Facebook, Hattie. You can also find her at hattieparker.com. Check out her website. Everything is there. Book an appointment. It's a whole lot of fun, but it's also great for business strategy. So stay tuned, and we'll be right back. Welcome to your vacation staycation. And what better way to kick back than to blend up a sweet pina colada, a smooth mojito, or just a nice stiff rum and coke. If you want true relaxation and enjoyment, then you want Gubba Rum. Gubba Rum is a unique rum infusion. Gubba Silver Rum is infused with real shredded coconut, and Gubba Rum Gold is infused with real shredded vanilla bean. Both are made with certified organic ingredients. Each infused Gubba Rum is 35% ABV, 70 proof, and as we say in Boston, wicked smooth. So if you're looking for the best combination of taste, smoothness, quality, and price, your clear choice is Gubba Rum. If you want that wicked smooth taste for yourself or your vacation staycation, visit GubbaRum.com to find your closest liquor store that carries Gubba Rum Gold and Gubba Rum Silver. Gubba Rum.
Introducing Verijet, a new concept in short-haul aviation designed to get passengers closer to where they want to go. Powered by the award-winning Cirrus Vision Jet. The aviation world is talking about its unique state-of-the-art safety features, including the aircraft parachute system, and safe return that allows it to land itself in an emergency. Cabins are disinfected between passengers, and microparticle filtration treats the air every 30 seconds. All in a beautifully appointed premium cabin with plenty of room and first-class service and amenities. Verijet, the best short-haul alternative.
Amp Media Productions and WNN Money Talk Radio have been in conjoint business for 10 years. They've been working around the clock, nonstop, to promote over 500 shows and businesses with added platforms such as social media live streaming, podcasts, and the specialty of live radio. To amplify your impact and start your show today, contact Amp Media Productions at 866-224-5422. Amp Media Productions and WNN Money Talk Radio have been in conjoint business for 10 years. They've been working around the clock, nonstop, to promote over 500 shows and businesses with added platforms such as social media live streaming, podcasts, and the specialty of live radio. To amplify your impact and start your show today, contact Amp Media Productions at 866-224-5422.
You've been watching the Brooklyn Cafe Show. Join us each day and after hours as we talk about the hot topics to open the conversations and share a few laughs. Now, back to Dawn and Freddie S.
And we're back.
You're very busy.
There are people writing to me here.
I've never seen anyone quite so busy as you at the same time.
What are you, the lady's doing her thing over there?
And she's talking to Josh. I think everyone's kind of gotten their cards and their tarot card and everything done. Now what are you doing?
I lost the Facebook page, and they have Mark Zuckerberg is sending in for his reading. I told him no.
How was Slick Show, Teddy? Was it good?
And this one.
So maybe we can air Slick Show tonight, or we'll air Jay's show tonight?
No, we're going to air Teddy and Valerie's show.
Okay. We're going to air that tonight at 7 o'clock on
Because
WWNN.
it always seems to avoid me, those two.
We've got Jordana Foster live tonight at 7:30 on Ready, Set, Go Beyond. Talk about things changing. I think we could, if you pair a life coach or business coach with the numerology, you kind of get it all wrapped up in a nice package, which is a nice kind of exercise.
Your dad says he doesn't want to hear about you falling anymore, and that the numbers control the world.
You know what part of the thing happens is the chairs are so low in Studio A. Like, you know where you're supposed to sit, and then you go to sit, and it's not quite there. It happened to me almost again today.
No, what it is that you do 12 things at the same
That too,
time,
yeah.
and you don't realize that there's a chair, and the chair has wheels.
Yes.
Just like the seed, and I said you're going to trip over there, and you step on it.
Pretty much, there it is.
And your shoes, I just want you to know you broke the wire too. You took out the wire, you took out the step, you took out the wall, everything. You just took everything out over there.
We talk it all. All right, Josh, we're going to wrap up today's show. How'd it go?
It went pretty good. It sounds like it's all about right.
Pretty accurate?
Yes.
You see he's going, are you kidding me? I can hear.
Really?
He's a 5. So he's another one who has to figure it out for himself. So he's going,
wow.
Really?
And you got to figure it out for yourself. Sometimes it just makes a whole lot more sense. And I do. I walk around the studio like I did with the phones, or Gio walks me through things, because you just need to know. I think it's a control thing. I need to know that if I have to,
yes,
I can.
Well, in a deck of tarot cards, in the old cards, it was the Pope. And it shows like 2 monks below looking up to the Pope. And 5s want to be trusted that when you know something, you know that you know what you know. And so you have to figure, no secondhand knowledge. Like, it's like I have to come from authority. I mean, the Pope is an authority. And you don't want to be necessarily like the Pope, but you want to have people respect you. And so it's not secondhand knowledge, it's what you figure out for yourself.
You know, the amazing thing, Josh, is that because you want to know how things work, it will make you smarter, work harder, be better at what you do, because no matter what it is, there's always another little bit. And that's the little bit that you keep your edge. When we were growing up, my father used to say you had to keep your edge, and I never knew what he meant until now. And that's what's going to keep you sharp. You see, because you're a sharp dude anyway. And your intelligence, when you figure something out, there's always that little bit more. That's why this one I like, because she goes, can we do this? She thinks that I listen to everything she says. She sort of does things that I've been thinking about, and will it work? So we put in 3 cameras over there. We're gonna go high tech over here with a converter already in place. The sound, everything that we do, including that, always has that edge. And that's what's going to help you with that kind of frame of mind.
You just have to embrace what you feel right in your gut. And that's, I think, what I've learned most about being in this space, is we came to this space after he pulled the 2 death cards. We didn't know where we were going to be. We were on the road for 2 weeks. I got very sick, and I think I might have had a nervous breakdown, or I had COVID before COVID was a thing. And we came here, and you just have to trust your gut instinct when something feels right, and you do it. When everyone else tells you no, you still got to trust in your heart. That is right. And that's the hardest lesson to learn, is to trust you. But once you do that, then you're good. Then you're good to go.
And Teddy was with us.
Teddy was on the road with us for 2 weeks.
She was on the road. She was the only one in this
day.
room that was with us at the time. And she says, okay, let's go. Let's go. And we were trying to figure it out. We had nowhere to go.
So how did you find this place?
I took an exercise class next door 6 months before we were kicked out of our old studio. And I looked up, I said to my girlfriend, dare to dream that I would ever have our own studio. And I'm like, that'll never happen. And we looked, and it was October 30th. We had to be out November 1st. And we were getting ready to sign a lease. We were at that Mexican place we went to last week. And my sister, our attorney, she looked at the lease, 2 minutes to airtime. She goes, you can't sign this. I said, what do you mean we can't sign this? We have nowhere to go. She said, biggest mistake of your life, do not sign this other lease. So we called this landlord that we had been working with for a couple months. It was too big and we couldn't afford it. And it was too big and we couldn't afford it. We had nowhere else. So we said, all right, we're going to sign it, put everything in storage. He said, all right, come on over. It was Halloween. I was in a Halloween costume. We signed this lease. And the same day, the radio station canceled our airtime as the day that other contract fell through. And we were going to Mercury retrograde on November 1st. So I had to do all of this before Mercury retrograde. I knew I could not sign contracts once it hit. So I had this window of opportunity, and we lost the radio station, we lost the other lease, and we're like, all right, here you go, 3 times, hit you in the head with a 2x4. We signed the lease, I got sick, we moved in. I got so sick, I couldn't get the keys for 2 weeks, because I couldn't even get out of bed to get here, but here we are.
And we put all our stuff in Studio B.
It was all in storage.
And that's quite a story. I mean, and how soon before that was this death card?
About 6 months?
No, maybe 3 months, 4 months.
It was over the summer.
Yeah. I mean, did you feel spooked by it, or did?
I didn't feel spooked by it. I was angry because of the way it came about. Mm-hmm. But then, I sat down and I said, it isn't time to be angry, it's time to be proactive. Now, the funny thing is that we ended up finding a home. It's our home. There was nothing on these walls. There was nothing here. A box. Mm-hmm. Do you remember the first thing we bought in here? Me neither.
Oh, yes, the refrigerator.
Oh, yes, we needed a refrigerator. And we needed to build a stage because we had somebody come in, and this was built in 24 hours, and we put it over there. You could still see the lines on the floor where they made it.
The refrigerator was the first thing. I remember, how are we going to afford a refrigerator? We didn't know how we were going to afford this, but God went, all right, you're going to lose your radio time. And that saved us a lot of money, so then we could afford the rent here. And it all ended up working out. We got our radio time back. We shifted our time.
We even got a studio at the radio station, which is 10 times bigger than what we had before.
Just at that day and time, it was, holy smokes, what are we going to do? And that was November before COVID hit. Mm-hmm. And we thought, what are we going to do with this room? And again, God and the universe have plans, because it gave us the space to keep people socially distanced, to upgrade the technology to do, and to keep people where they had what we had to do.
And
but who knew?
And the
That's
artists,
quite a story.
Right?
And the artists
3 months
follow.
later, COVID happened.
The artists follow us. Amy Frashesky followed. She was the first. And then Jay. I mean, they started coming in here. Now I need more walls. Now I need more room. Mm-hmm. I've run out of room. I got art in the bathroom. And all the art is for sale. If you come down here, this is what I wanted to say before we went off the air. I think we should open up now so that people could come in. We got to sort of strategically put chairs, and they can come down and share a show. I mean, can you imagine if you have people in here and she's here?
That's actually our next newsletter that's getting ready to go
Oh,
out.
I guess it's happening already. Excuse me.
That was started in progress yesterday, so that should go out by the end of the week.
I think it's very cool. And I was thinking, because the mind never stops. You know the bleachers in the sports?
Oh, jeez.
You know bleachers, and they fold up? You ever seen them in the gyms?
Oh my gosh,
And
yes.
they fold up to about this big, and then they hold on, they can hold like 50 people. So I'm thinking we could put bleachers over there.
Teddy.
And zoop, and we put pillows.
Bleachers.
So you could sit on a pillow, Teddy, in a bleacher. A bleacher.
It looks like hard patches. I'm sorry, what'd you say?
A bleacher over there on wheels. So that you pull down the bleacher and you put seating and people can enjoy themselves. Yeah, we're gonna shoot some baskets.
Only if it's in the cards. We'll see what if she pulls a gymnasium card, I'm out. Done, mic drop.
I mean, think about it. You could do that. There's a lot of stuff you can do.
Hattie, this has been so much fun. Thank you so much for joining us.
You have inspired me.
Check out Hattie Parker, Hattie Parker. You can find her on social media. You can always contact us here. You can find her website is hattieparker.com.
Right.
Thank you so much, you guys. I hope you learned to step into your power. It's all going to be all right, as you say in that song, Batman.
That's right. That's the song right there, baby.
Have a great day, everyone. Stay safe. Be kind to each other. Let's get Florida up in the rankings, and we'll see you tomorrow, 9 a.m. drive time.
And don't be late.
Bye-bye.
Well, that's about it for today. Even though the show's over, the Brooklyn Cafe is always open for business. You're invited to join the fun every day from 12 to 2. If you missed some of the laughs from today, Dawn and Freddie S. will bring you more good cheer next time. You can follow the Brooklyn Cafe on Facebook at the Brooklyn Cafe TV to rewatch every minute of the show. We'll see you next time.
In the cold and sleepless nights, I wait for you to bring me back to life. In my electric eyes, it doesn't mean that time can thicken every single breath. I want to unfreeze my heart and fly away. That's why I wanna save it. Your moons and craters. Open up my eyes, waterfalls of ice, sweeping me away like an avalanche. Helpless as I fall, the words can't say it all, sweeping me away like an avalanche, like an avalanche. I listen for a sound, waiting deep inside my maze of sweeping thrills and colors. Just a ray of light, bathing me in drops of ink that gleams across my body. Wish you could unfreeze my heart and we